Hey everybody, it's been a few days, but I'm back. I just finished watching Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise. So, give you guys a bit of a background on what this is. It's essentially like an anime series for Transformers that was created by Hasbro, along with whoever the fuck from Japan created this, because I don't remember. I don't even fucking know. But they collaborated to make this anime Transformer series. So it's being split into three parts, and I talked about this over on the podcast version of One Mic as well when I reviewed part one. It's called War for Cybertron. Part one is called Siege. Part two is called Earthrise. I think part three is called Kingdom, and it's coming out in May, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So what I really liked about the first part, which was Siege, was that it gave me backstory on what happened on Cybertron between the Autobots and the Decepticons, which is something that it always interests me when it comes to Transformers. Throughout the entirety of my Transformers fandom, it's kind of been like there was a war on Cybertron, and our story picks up from there, and we get the Transformers on Earth and whatnot. And I've always wondered, like, I'd like to see that. Like, how come nobody has made the Transformers on Earth? I mean, on Cybertron, how come nobody has told that story? So I like the fact that it told that story. It gave some interesting background information on some of the Transformers. Obviously, you know, whether or not you consider this stuff to be canon is on you, but it gave a lot of interesting stuff. It had a lot of interesting developments. It was exciting. It was fun. There were cliffhangers. It was really solid in execution. I really enjoyed it. So I was really excited when Earthrise came out. I watched it immediately. And it did just so happen to work out that I had the time to watch it. But it's cool because it's only like 6 episodes. They're about 24 minutes a piece, give or take, something like that. So this is something you can watch in one day if you have the time for it. So I sit down to watch it. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be great. You know, war. You know, I call it War for Cybertron because I don't think they had like these subtitled names for them originally. I think when it first came out, it was just War for Cybertron. Now it's War for Cybertron Siege, and this is War for Cybertron Earthrise. But in my head, I'm thinking I enjoyed War for Cybertron Siege Part One. This should be really good. Earthrise improved on Siege in every possible way. You got great story, you got great action, you got great suspense. You even had some comedy thrown in. It was funny at times. The cliffhangers, they had great cliffhangers at the end of every episode to keep, because there were multiple times where I wanted to take a break. And again, I watched all 6 episodes in one sitting, more or less. It wasn't one sitting in the technical sense, but it was in one day. You know, I didn't watch 2 episodes this day, watch 2 episodes another day. But there were times where I wanted to get up. I'm thinking like, okay, there's 5 minutes left in this episode. I want to get up and go to the bathroom. I want to go up and get myself something to drink or make something to eat. And it would end on such a good cliffhanger. I'm like, only another 25 minutes. Fuck it, I'll watch the next one. And it was just that good. And at this point, I consider this to be the best Transformer since the original series, by a long shot. You know, the movies aren't very good. I really enjoyed the first one, but it was kind of more so like I haven't seen, you know, these are like my Transformers in like real life now. Like it's not a cartoon. So it was like I was kind of enamored with just the newness of it, like being able to see something like that for the first time. But none of the live action films are really any good. They're kind of just, you know, a nice little nostalgic romp for those of us who are 80s babies and who watched Transformers at the time. But you know, it had series in between. When I say in between, I mean like in between like the original series and a lot of the later stuff like Beast Wars and stuff like that. I watched a little bit of that. I thought it was good, but it's not fucking with this War for Cybertron series at all. Like I couldn't recommend it more highly for someone who is a Transformers fan. Like if you're not a Transformers fan, I don't see you getting into this. And if you didn't watch Transformers as a kid, I don't see you becoming a Transformers fan at this stage in your life, depending on how old you are. But for those of us who grew up watching Transformers in the 80s, who really enjoyed that show and have deep ties with it to your childhood, between it and your childhood, this is going to be the best shit. Like it's so cool. It looks amazing. They stepped up the animation in this, which they had like slow motion shots that looked like splash pages out of a comic book. They had stuff that looked like some cool like it's called an anime series. Like when it starts, it says Netflix anime or something like that. But it doesn't feel like Dragon Ball Z or something like that. But it has like toned down aspects of that are really cool, the way they utilize it within the show. So like they don't go overboard with like these super slow motion, really cool shots. But when they do it, they fucking nail it. They had a whole episode that was almost like a metaphysical episode. Like they're doing next level shit with this Transformers show. Like the fifth episode was like Optimus and the Autobots that he was with, and Megatron and the Autobots that the Decepticons that he was with, end up in like this almost kind of like I will call it a black hole. That's not what it was on the show, but it kind of has the same purpose. They go into this black hole, and then they're in this like metaphysical world where each Optimus and Megatron have some sort of epiphany. Kind of the other Autobots and Decepticons don't see what's happening, but Optimus has essentially an episode long discussion with this a former Autobot, Skylynx, that kind of helps Optimus change his mindset and how he's going to approach the conflict going forward. And Megatron meets with Galvatron, and the same thing happens, but just on the opposite end of the spectrum. And it was like this weird, cool, like metaphysical episode. They're like in this nothing space and having these conversations. I'm like, this is Transformers doing this shit. So like they really stepped it up. I couldn't recommend it highly enough. It was really fun time. Like I said, it's a one sit kind of thing. You can be done with it in about 3 hours. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. The only flaw I would say is the voices. You get some of your classic voices. Starscream sounds like Starscream. Megatron pretty much sounds like Megatron. And Optimus sometimes sounds like Optimus. Like when he's speaking in a normal cadence, it kind of sounds like Optimus. You're like, okay, that sounds like my Optimus. But when he's yelling, it ceases to sound like Optimus altogether. And this show could have it would have served the show well to get the original voices, who I believe they're still alive and still doing Transformers work. So that would have helped, but that is nowhere near even resembling me trying to steer you away from this show. If you like Transformers even a little bit, watch the fucking show. It's awesome. So that's all I got for right now on Transformers. Rate, comment, share, subscribe, enjoy all that stuff. Give me some critiques. Give me some comments. I see like on my Expanse videos, man, I'm getting some comments and shit, having conversations with people, which is really cool because, all the podcast work that I've done over the past 6 or 7 years, I haven't had too much new fan interaction. I had new fan interaction at the beginning, and it's kind of been interspersed throughout, but all the new, I don't even want to call them fans, but the people who are commenting on my videos, the Expanse videos, like having great conversations, giving me great information. I'm fucking loving that shit. So keep that up. And I got a whole lot of I'll say crazy videos. Like, what the fuck am I recording this crazy? But I got a whole lot of cool stuff planned coming up over the course of the next couple weeks. I'm gonna watch the new Nick Cage History of Swear Words that hit Netflix just now. And I'll probably watch that in one sitting. I just checked it out at 6 20-minute episodes, so we're talking 2 hours. I'll probably watch that in one sitting, have a cigar, chill out, get a video up for you guys for that either tonight or early tomorrow. Let me see what else I got. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I watched that. We'll be talking about that. Soul, Tenet, we'll be talking about that. Flight Attendant, the HBO Max show starring Kaylee Cuoco. We'll be talking about that. Who the fuck is we? I gotta stop with the we shit. I'll be talking about that. Coming tomorrow at some point, 100% for sure. The Expanse season 5 episode 6. That's coming. I'm working on some cool shit for TV theme songs. So like, I got projects in the works that I want to do. I got all kinds of stuff. I'm compiling this backlog so I can keep hitting you guys with my goal. My goal is 4 videos a week. That's what I want. That's what I like to do. So I feel like that gives a good, like, here's content break, content. So 4 episodes a week is what I'm looking for. So You can expect that. Usually my plan is going to be to kind of put those out during the week. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. So that's all I got for now. I will see you guys very soon with both an episode, a video for The Expanse, episode 6 of season 5, and a video for History of Swear Words on Netflix starring Nick Cage that just dropped today, January 5th. So if you want to not be spoiled by that, or see if we align on our assessment of the show, knock that out in 2 hours, and I'll be back to talk to you guys about that either later today or tomorrow. Peace.